product entirely figured out. We haven't tested the overall concept. We don't have visual identity. We don't have a launch plan. And if we don't succeed, we probably don't have another shot. In the smartphone industry, there's a huge change every 2 years. Anything can happen.
Today will be a day to remember for OnePlus.
Right guys, the time has finally come. We've got the OnePlus Nord here, and we've been waiting for this ever since I pre-ordered it, which has been a couple of probably a week. So let's take a look. But before we open it up, something you can do for me is hit that subscribe button below and ring the notification bell just so you get notified when new content is released on the channel. Also, it does support me, and it's all I ask for, so won't cost you a penny. Right, so let's open it up. This is actually the pre-order box, so if you have ordered the Nord planning to get it on August, you probably won't get it in this box. This is just for the 3 stages of pre-orders. So if we open it up, so as you can see, there's 2 things in this box. We've got the phone, and then we've got the OnePlus Buds, which I'll talk to you about that on the pre-order. One thing I do like is how they've changed the colorway of it. They went for the blue and black. I think this is just for the Nord series of phones, as opposed to the red and white, which they have been doing previously. I think it's nice to change it up a little bit, and personally I like the blue and black more than the red and white. So we've got the phone, and then we've got OnePlus Buds. We'll pop the box on the sides. Now you'll probably see that the phone is already unsealed. That's because I already recorded half this video with taking the seal off, and then for some reason the camera shut off, so I do apologise for that. But this is the box. As you can see, you've got Nord branding, OnePlus logo down there with the blue and black, almost like an LED glow type of effect when you look at it going around. And then interestingly about the Buds, so when the pre-orders came out, there were 3 stages of pre-orders for the OnePlus Nord. When the pre-orders came out, luckily I managed to get the 3rd stage of pre-orders, and the phone was released. You had the option of 5 gifts to choose from. Now on these gifts, on the order page, it didn't have any description, nothing. It was just pick a gift, and they were different specs. So it was 90Hz AMOLED display, 5G ready, flagship camera, warp charge 30T, and Oxygen OS, which I'll show you in the screen how it looks like. And didn't think anything of it, so I just went with the first one that was their flagship camera. Picked that. Later on, I went on to, because I didn't know what the gift was, and I was wondering if there's a way to find out. So I went on to Twitter, and somebody posted that you can actually see what gift you've got if you just go to the order number in your email, which I did, and I found out that I got the sandstone bumper case in blue, which, I mean, it's nice, but I was expecting something a little bit better than that, especially after finding out that some people got the OnePlus Buds as a gift. So I was thinking, what the hell is going on? You've got £80 Buds and I've got a £20 case. How does that make sense? So after done a bit more digging, found out that every single gift is a different, every single spec you choose from when you order pre-order gifts is an actual different gift. So I'll show you what the list is down here. And as you can see, 2 of them were 5G ready was OnePlus Buds in blue, Oxygen OS was OnePlus Buds in white, 90Hz AMOLED display was the sandstone bumper case. Flagship camera was obviously the sandstone bumper case in blue, and warp charge 30T was tempered glass. So obviously I was thinking, well, that's a bit unfair. I mean, how do I, if there's any way for me to go back and redo it or anything like that, which luckily there was. So I went back, cancelled the order, reordered it, selected Oxygen OS this time as my gift, and I got the Buds. So, I mean, I would have been super annoyed if I couldn't have cancelled it, because that's just, I don't understand how you can have different gifts and there'd be so many, it's like such high different values. If they was all the same value, then fair enough. But the fact you're just choosing a blank gift and then you're getting gifted buds and someone's getting gifted a case, well, anyway, silver lining is managed to get the buds in white. So keep an eye out on the channel. Like I said, if you push the notification bell, I'm going to be reviewing these and unboxing them soon. So keep an eye out for that video. And we've got the OnePlus Nord here. So let's open up the box. So we've got the phone on the top. Put that to the side. Hold on, we've got a little box here. Let's see what's in here. So we've got a welcome letter from the Nord team and OnePlus. And we've got, see this, you get this case. It's just a silicone case. Good to have. I mean, if you haven't ordered one already, it's nice that they throw this in. A lot of the big manufacturers don't throw in any cases or anything, so that's a bonus. You might not want it forever, but at least something temporary. So in this box we get some nice OnePlus Nord stickers. Very nice. And quick start. All these booklets that we never read. I wonder if anyone actually reads these books. I don't think I've met anyone that actually reads them. And then one thing I didn't like is that they kept the red and white cable. I mean, it is one of my favourite cables, but I wish they'd have painted that blue. Probably to save cost, because they probably had so many of these. It would have cost them so much more money just to paint every single one blue. But that would have been such a nice touch, seeing as everything else is blue and black or blue and white. Have the cable blue as well, but oh well. And then we've got the charging brick, will charge 30T. Right, let's pop all that back and we'll unbox the phone. Don't need the case for now. It's fine, we'll leave that there. So, this way Nord. Let's take a look. So I didn't get this far in the original video. Lovely. This is the, what was this colour called? This was blue marble. There was an option between this and the grey one, and I really wanted to get this one. I mean, already just from holding it in the hand for a little bit, I can already tell that it does actually feel really nice. And the one thing I can see from the back is they've got a flat screen, which I actually love the flat screen designs. I mean, I wish they'd have done this with the OnePlus 8 Pro that I've got, because I'm not a fan of the curved displays. I may have mentioned it earlier, but I love these flat screens. They're just so much more comfortable to function about with. And in terms of screen protectors, it's so much easier to get a screen protector for it as well. And you can see at the top we've got the dual cameras right there. You already get a screen protector applied on the phone straight from the box. Got the volume alert slider on the side, power button, I assume, volume up, volume down. So with this phone you actually get 6.44 inch fluid AMOLED display with a resolution of 2400 by 1080 and a 408 ppi. You also get a 90 Hz refresh rate, which is nice to see, and it's all covered in Gorilla Glass 5, so you can be sure that your screen will be protected against scratches. On the inside, so the performance of the device, we've got a Snapdragon 765G 5G chip, and for the GPU we've got an Adreno 620. It comes in 8GB and 12GB of RAM, as well as 128GB and 256GB of storage. Now this one is the 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage, so it's the big boy. But I'm sure you'll manage with the 8GB and 128GB of storage, because some companies are still pushing out 64GB as baseline storage, which is ridiculous. I'm happy to see that OnePlus is still starting with 128GB. Now that storage is UFS 2.1. For the battery, we've got 4115 mAh battery, which does feature Warp Charge 30T. And OnePlus themselves claim that you can get from 0 to 70% in 30 minutes, which is insanely fast to charge a phone. Fortunately, it doesn't come with wireless charging, you've got glass on the back. Although it looks like you've got metal on the sides, the frame is actually made of plastic, and the buttons are metal, which to me doesn't really make a difference. A lot of people have been complaining about the fact that it just looks like metal and it's actually plastic, but I mean, it's an under $500 phone. What do you expect? And to be honest, you're not really going to notice it, especially if you've got a case on, which most people do. So, especially from me, I just don't really care about that. There's been a lot of controversy regarding the build quality, because if any of you watched Zach from Jerry Rig Everything, he done his usual test on this, which is what he's good at, which is scratching and breaking phones, as well as other things. And it did break under pressure at the screen, which, as expected, I mean, the amount of pressure he puts on there, I didn't expect it not to break. And everyone's been saying that it's because of the parts and stuff and the build quality, which is not. Because if we remember, I've got an iPad Pro, and that folded like a Twix bar on these videos, as well as if we remember the Nexus 6P, which was Google's flagship device at one time, which also folded like a Twix bar. So, done pretty well. On the rear, we've got 4 cameras, 2 of which I don't know why they've put in, but they're there anyway. I guess more numbers. We've got a 48 megapixel main lens, which is an IMX 586, I believe. We've got an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, 5 megapixel depth lens, and a 2 megapixel macro lens, which you can guess which 2 lenses I feel that there was no need to put in. It was a 5 megapixel depth lens and a 2 megapixel macro lens. There's just no point. But at the end of the day, it's probably just a numbers game. On the front, you can see that we've actually got dual cameras. So you've got one 32 megapixel IMX 616 fixed focus lens, and you've got an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, which is good when you're taking them selfies and you want to fit more people into the frame. It will allow for that. I mean, this has been probably one of the most highly anticipated phones, especially one of the most marketed phones of 2020, just from OnePlus. I mean, good job to them for marketing this device, because everyone has been talking about it, especially with the leaks and everything. I mean, I'm not going to be setting it up now. I'll probably set it up later on, test it out, and then I'll give you my full review at a later date. This is just a video to show you the device and the unboxing. I love how the screen goes to the edges, and you have got a fingerprint sensor in the actual screen. If it's anything like the old OnePlus fingerprint sensors, that's going to be very fast as well. And I think that's it, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, hopefully you saw something you liked. Subscribe down below, leave a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, leave a comment down below if you prefer the blue marble or the grey colour. If there's any certain tests you want me to do with this device, leave that in the comments box below. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later.